Bedford County, home to historical sites such as the National D-Day Memorial and textured by the world-famous Blue Ridge Mountains, Bedford County is a tourist hotspot. I'm Jamie Watson. In the film Finding Faith, I played the role of Sam Garrett, a man whose daughter was abducted by an online predator. Despite Bedford County's wonderful attractions, innocence, and beautiful small-town charm, it has been targeted, as have so many towns across the country, by people with criminal intent, specifically people who intend to sexually and physically abuse children. Recognizing this horrific epidemic, Bedford County Sheriff Mike Brown organized a team to spearhead a direct mode of attack. And as a result, Operation Blue Ridge Thunder and the Southern Virginia Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force were created. We call it ICAC for short, and from 1997 to 2001, I served as an officer on this team of dedicated crime fighters. I want to share a bit with you about what ICAC does and why ICAC needs you in order to remain successful in its mission.
As far back as '92, we began the team approach or the coordinated approach, multidisciplinary approach to the investigation and prosecution of child abuse. By the mid-1990s, we would started to then lay the groundwork for the Internet Crimes Against Children. To basically put up an earlier tripwire, we were being saturated with cases of parents calling. As the internet became more frequently utilized in households, then the complaints came in. And there was literally a period of time where we were having offensive behavior, but there was no laws to address that behavior in the Commonwealth of Virginia.
What Sheriff Mike Brown and his team set out to do was weave a seamless web of protection on the internet to help protect children from the more than 740,000 registered sex offenders, many of which have internet access and work tirelessly to engage unsuspecting, innocent children in their illicit and disturbing addictions. As of 2012, more than $3 billion is spent every year on the sexual abuse of children, some too young to even walk. I can imagine how horrifying this must be to you, because it is, there's no way around it. This level of atrocity is what makes the work of ICAC investigators so crucial. Morgan Calohan of the Bedford County Sheriff's Office is one such investigator. She, with so many others, have dedicated their work to protecting children from the horrors of child exploitation.
I got into this line of work specifically because I had friends that had mentioned to me that Blue Ridge Thunder was looking for new investigators. I've always wanted to be in a line of work that helped people, and I knew that going into something regarding children would allow me to give a voice to those who don't have a voice themselves. It gives me the opportunity to help people, to really help people that need the most help, that can't do it themselves.
Morgan's fear, and the fear of her colleagues, is that the problem of child exploitation is only going to get worse. Kids are now born into technology. They come into life with the power and dangers of the internet literally at their fingertips. Texting, phone messaging, email, and it's only going to get bigger and more pervasive. Throughout history, police have always had to catch up to criminals. When crimes were committed on horses, police began riding horses. When criminals began robbing trains, police officers were stationed on trains. After 9/11, the U.S. Air Marshals increased their presence on airplanes. The internet is no different. When the immeasurably powerful tool of the internet became an attractive means by which child predators could stalk and abuse children, police needed to start doing some online prowling of their own. Operation Blue Ridge Thunder and the ICAC Task Force undergo extensive online measures to keep children safe on the internet. But there is only so much they can do on their own.
I have been in this business 45 years. I've worked both state, national, and international. I thought I'd seen every conceivable act of man's inhumanity to man that I had seen. I've been in war situations, and I thought I'd seen, and I have. But until I became involved in this arena of child sexual exploitation, man, I hadn't seen anything. It's the most horrible stuff that you can imagine. I mean, indecent people have no idea. They don't know what it's all about. They think, and I've had people tell me, well, it's child porn. That's, you know, like they take the pictures of the children in the bathtubs and out playing and they're nude. I said, no. No way. I said, you don't have any idea, you know, what it's about. I mean, it's about adults having sex with children as young as a year and a half, female.
Brown said that other states, like Virginia, are stepping up to fight against these atrocities. They endeavor to hire more investigators, hire more forensics examiners, but the present economic hardships affect law enforcement agencies as much, if not more, than citizens are affected, which is why initiatives such as Safe Surfing Foundation's Cop in a Box are so valued. Police budgets across America are growing smaller, and the number of child predators continues to increase at an alarming rate. Cop in a Box, funded by Moose International, helps provide agencies with hardware, software, and the proven training curriculum developed by ICAC in order to help improve the ratio of online police investigators to online predators. ICAC investigators, like Bedford County Forensics Examiner Kevin Davis, work day and night to identify and indict online predators before they have the chance to come into contact and potentially harm your children or children of loved ones.
The best way to keep the kids safe really comes down to the parents' role. You know, you can have all the locks and doors on your house, but if you're letting your kid get on the internet and talk to whoever they want to, it can only sometimes just be a matter of time before they meet the wrong person online. The best way, the way that we can make our job a lot easier is for the parents to take an active role in their kids' lives. Know what they're doing online, know what the passwords are for their Facebook accounts and whatever different medium they're using to communicate. And basically just checking up on them and make sure that the kids know how dangerous this stuff can be, as well as the parents knowing how dangerous it can be.
With a problem as large as online child exploitation, the solution is not an easy one. In order to develop a seamless web of protection on the internet, it's going to take everyone. Police, mothers, fathers, neighbors, teachers, students. But most importantly, you. You are the front line.